everyone. Now that I am 37 weeks along in my pregnancy, it is time to have my diaper bag packed and ready to go. In this video, I'm going to share all of the items that I am packing for myself to take to the hospital, and then I will make a separate video about the items that I'm going to pack for my baby and for my husband. I watched several of these hospital bag type videos when I was pregnant with my son, and I feel like it did a great job of preparing me with all of the things that I needed for the hospital. And so hopefully this will help you if you're a first-time mom or if you're expecting another child and you just need a memory refresher, because I know I did as I was preparing to pack my bag. This is the bag that I am using. This is the same one that I used last time. It is a duffel bag style. I like that it doesn't have a hard exterior. That way I can shove a lot of clothing into it. And it has a nice little zipper pocket for any, I don't know, special items, valuables, anything tiny that I wouldn't want to get lost. I wouldn't recommend bringing valuables with you to the hospital, but if you do come across something that is meaningful or valuable to you, you could stick it in a pocket. So it's nice to have a zip-up pocket. This is by the brand Merona. I got it at Target a few years back. They always have different ones of these in different patterns. It has this nice strap. So my husband, who's probably going to realistically be the one carrying this around for me, thanks honey in advance, so he can carry that, and I will begin putting everything into the bag. The first thing I'm adding in is this cozy robe. I'm not a huge robe person. I don't use them all the time. Generally, if I'm sick or if I'm very cold in the winter, I may throw on a robe, but I don't use robes very often. So I didn't know if it would be something that I'd want to pack in my bag, but I was so glad that I did when I was pregnant with my son, because once you start getting visitors, it's nice to have something to throw on, especially if you're nursing and people are in and out. It just gives you that coverage and just that bit of coziness and warmth from home. So I know some people bring their own blankets with them, but I found that I just wanted to use one thing and not have a bunch of stuff. I didn't mind the hospital blankets that they gave me, and so comfy, cozy robe. So the next items I'm about to share all have to do with nursing. So I'm planning on nursing my baby, and these are some things that I did not bring with me to the hospital last time that I wish I had. So number one is nursing pads. These are by the brand Bamboobies. They come in these heart shapes, and they're great. I actually received these as a gift, and I didn't really know if I'd need them or use them, but yes, I absolutely did when I came home from the hospital especially, but now I just like the idea of having them with me, because I didn't realize how much you leak or can leak, and these you just stick in your bra and they absorb it. I would get a few different ones of these just to have on hand, because you'll go through them, you want to wash them frequently. So nursing pads. The next nursing item that I would recommend is a nursing bra. Now, I had this big idea that nursing bras were somewhat of a gimmick before nursing. So yeah, as soon as I got home, I realized I needed to buy something, and quickly. So I went on Amazon, just got a few different cheap pairs, and while they served their purpose for me, I did not love the Amazon brand ones. I felt like they were cheaply made, but they did do the job for the time being. So I do want to invest in some nicer brands and styles, but if you're a new mom, let me explain. So here's one that I have from Amazon, and the reason that nursing bras are nursing bras is because on your strap here you have this clasp that comes off and reveals the breast for the baby to eat, and then that way you can just snap it back up and you're done. as opposed to having to remove the bra or fiddle around with anything. This is nice because you just clamp it down, clamp it back up, and you're good to go. So I would suggest investing in at least one really good nursing bra. I'm still trying to figure out which one I want to buy. So any recommendations, place them in the comments below, please. Next item I am bringing two of are these nursing camisoles. Now, believe it or not, I never purchased any nursing camis when I was nursing my son, and I nursed him for 10 months. And then I received some of these from my cousin, and I cannot wait to use them. I've already worn them a couple times when I was trying them on. They're so comfortable, and I have two different brands that she gave. One, again, is the Bamboo Bees, and this one is Bravado, which is also a good brand that I'm interested in trying their nursing bras. So if you've tried those and you like them, if you could let me know if that would be a good pick for me, that'd be great. But yeah, these are awesome because you can wear them under your shirts, or you could just wear them alone, nurse your baby, and you have that coverage. This nursing item I did bring with me to the hospital. It was just a sample that I received from a box subscription that I had, and I am so glad I brought it. This was a lifesaver for me. So it is the Bella Bee Nipple Nurture Butter for breastfeeding moms, and it's similar to the lanolin product that you may hear about, but this is free from petroleum, lanolin, and parabens. And so lanolin comes from sheep's wool, so I think that the premise of this is that it's not from an animal, which that's cool. And so it's plant-based, but the main thing for me is that it is very effective. I love the consistency. It's kind of a buttery consistency more so than a creamy or runny liquid, and that's what I like because it's very hydrating. I didn't have any big issues nursing, and I credit this for that because I would just apply this after nursing, before nursing, sometimes not right before, but I would just keep applying this like crazy, and it helped any kind of cracking, and beyond that I didn't have any issues because this was keeping me hydrated. It is the stuff. This is awesome. So yeah, you will want to pack along some sort of coming home outfit for yourself. I'd encourage you to pick something with a stretchy waist for whatever bottoms that you're wearing, because you will go down in size, but you won't be your pre-baby size. So I'd still wear whatever you've been wearing in maternity clothes, but just something stretchy, kind of comfy, and then something just easy to put on. There's no need to go in detail showing you this, but any undies that you have that are kind of getting worn out, maybe the bands are starting to stretch or just not be your cutest pairs, pack some of those along with you, because postpartum you definitely don't want something that is tight or something that you're gonna be worried about getting messy or anything. Like if you do want to throw it away, you won't feel bad about that. But so I would just pick your least favorite pairs, pack them along. I have my contacts in now, but typically I wear glasses, so don't forget to bring a glasses case, and that way you can keep your glasses safe if you remove them while you're at the hospital. And then if you do plan to switch into contacts, don't forget to bring your contacts and your solution. I love this solution that comes in a little travel size bottle. This brand is the Opti-Free, but I'm sure a bunch of different brands come in these little containers, which are great for travel and overnight trips where you don't have to bring that giant package of solution. Now for the toiletries. I would bring just a few pads with you. I would mostly make sure you stock up at home, but in my hospital bag I am going to include just a few in case. These have such cute packaging, but I am not the biggest fan of the actual comfort in this brand. I forget what it's called. Yeah, so grab your favorite overnight pads. You can even go super jumbo and get the biggest ones you can find. I found that the biggest jumbo pads out there that I had somebody pick up for me because I didn't buy them postpartum and I needed them. They were just too big for me. So I guess if you're smaller, maybe consider just doing a larger overnight and not the most giant pads in the universe, because they were uncomfortable for me. I needed something a little smaller. But for most people, I think they would tell you get giant ones. It's just part of life. And you need 2 brushes, hairbrush, toothbrush. And don't forget toothpaste and floss. In terms of hair products, try to stick to the essentials and try to stick to travel size containers. So I just had this travel size baby shampoo, which I'm gonna bring only because I have it in the travel size. Some detangler because my hair gets super tangled, and if I have a knot or something, I wanna be able to brush it out when I take my glorious first shower. If you want a razor, maybe pack that along, and possibly some conditioner, and then you could even bring your favorite hair products, but I would put everything in a small container because you're only gonna be there for a night or 2 and you don't need very much of it. Don't forget deodorant too. And then also, if you want, again, this is not an absolute necessity, but I love this, again, the brand Bella Bee Tummy Honey Butter. This also has an amazing consistency. I'm actually out of this. I used it all in this pregnancy, but I have some coming for me on its way on Amazon. But this will help you reduce the appearance of stretch marks. And even though you've been growing throughout your pregnancy, now you're shrinking. So it's good to keep that skin very moisturized, and that way you avoid stretch marks. And I found that using this helped me so much. On my stomach, I didn't have any, and I'm telling you, I give credit to this because I think like my hereditary genetics would have come into play, and I would have had pretty significant stretch marks just because I've gotten them in the past from weight fluctuation, but I didn't when I used this product, and I'm telling you, good stuff. Yes, and look at that pregnant bee. How cute is she? The next item I am bringing is my makeup bag. This is filled with the daily products that I use, along with a few extra things like bobby pins and hair ties. So that way I have it with me and ready to go. And my tip for this is condense it to the things that you use every day, and then put it in your hospital bag. And then when you get ready in the mornings, work out of this bag and then put it directly back into your hospital bag instead of at the last minute scrambling to get your makeup bag together and having it in the bathroom separately. Just have it ready to go in your hospital bag ahead of time, so if you're rushing around to get to the hospital, it's ready to go. Definitely bring a few of these. I would bring your phone charger. That way you make sure you have battery power on your phone, so pack that along. And then if you have a favorite camera that you want to use, bring your camera, memory cards, and chargers. Just think ahead for what you're going to want to take pictures of, and making sure that you're going to have the battery power, the chargers, and storage space. So maybe even on your phone, make sure that you clear some storage space. You will probably go crazy taking pictures and videos of your newborn baby, and it would not be very fun to have to sit there deleting a bunch of pictures the whole time. You really want to enjoy the moment and experience it. So I would delete those ahead of time and clear off that space, put it on an external hard drive. Make sure you have everything you need to take photographs. The final thing that I have for me with my hospital bag is this notebook. I would just grab any piece of paper or old notebook, something that you're not going to be using. And what I do, and this is what I did last time, is as I think of things that I want to bring with me, I will write them down on this list and stick it on top of the bag. That way, if I'm frazzled as I'm getting ready to go to the hospital, or if I'm gone and I have to send someone home and grab the bag for me, this will clue me or whoever into any additional items that I wanted or any things that I need to remember to do. So number one would be car seat. Obviously I can't fit that in my hospital bag, so that's why I wrote it on here so I remember, oh yeah, bring the newborn car seat. That way you can take home your baby and then leave my son's car seat here. That way if somebody's driving him, he'll have a seat. Bring our phones, phone chargers, and flip-flops. I'm currently still using my flip-flops, so that's why they're not physically in the bag, but I just wanted to write everything down, that way I know to bring it. And flip-flops are great for when you're taking your shower, that way you don't have to have bare feet on the hospital bathroom floor. Another big thing to bring is snacks. I remember when people were saying on videos to bring snacks to the hospital, and I thought, like, how many snacks am I gonna need? I was so glad that my husband and I went to Trader Joe's and got a little selection of snacks to bring, not just being able to eat your favorite snacks from that standpoint, but for some reason, my hospital didn't give me any food the entire time. No lunch, no dinner, and they made me stay for 2 days. And luckily, I had my husband to go find me food and bring me some meals. But I was surprised. I thought the hospital would bring you food. I don't know why they didn't, but so that was kind of sad, and I would have probably died without food. So bring snacks, and they're good for if your husband comes along with you, so he has something to eat if he gets hungry during the process, because you got to think, they're just sitting there waiting for everything to happen. You're experiencing a lot, but it's kind of nice to have some snacks around in case anybody gets hungry. Oh, and then also bring a pen and paper in case you want to write anything down. I briefly touched on this earlier, but in terms of what not to bring, I would not overdo it. I wouldn't go crazy bringing everything you can think of. Less is truly more, because you're gonna get a lot of papers and a lot of stuff to carry out, and it's just a lot easier if you don't have a ton of things with you. Primarily, you're gonna be there to give birth to your baby, and it's just nice to not have a ton of excess. Last time I removed my wedding ring and left it at home. I thought that was a really good idea. That way I didn't have to worry about it if I took it off. You could even replace it with a different ring just for the day if you want to, but I would not bring any special favorite jewelry pieces with you or anything that you're gonna have to worry about. Even money, I didn't bring any money with me. I brought my insurance card. That is one thing that's in my hospital bag, by the way, that I didn't share. So yeah, bring your insurance card, a photo ID, but I would leave the money to someone else. If you wanna bring like a couple dollars, maybe some change in case there's a vending machine and you want to have money so somebody can go get you something possibly, but for me, I just don't want to have anything that I have to worry about protecting and keeping safe while I'm there. I don't think you have to worry about theft, but just the one less thing on your mind when you have 1,000 things going on. So those are the items that I am packing for myself in my hospital bag. I hope this helped you have some ideas on some items that would be great for you to bring if you are expecting. And I thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you'd like to see more videos.